South Dakota's going to get good.
I don't know too much. I think they're just northern part of it. The big bullseye is going to be in North Dakota from Bismarck to Jamestown, Arby, up to Double Lake area. Up to Grand Forks. Unless it goes farther north, then it won't get dumped on anymore. If it goes farther south, we get even less. But it's been, the last couple of models, it's been kind of inching north a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Well, I'm more concerned what it's doing on Friday.
Well, that's the other issue.
Back and forth to doctor.
Among other things, yeah.
What do you want?
Wraps, yes. No, it's not. And it never will be.
Yeah.
It's kind of like nuclear power. It's like it'll never replace coal or oil or nuclear power, but I mean, they can do all those things they want to do with that stuff while using the other stuff.
Well, and the idea of just turning off gas, I mean, everybody's going to freeze a little bit.
Well, you know, instead of this rapid, massive thing of shut it down now,
do a series of steps as things become
over the course of 50 years or so.
By then, nuclear fusion might work.
Well, even if it doesn't, even if it doesn't,
yeah.
Get to where solar panels are like, say, better than right now. The best solar panels are about 25-26% efficient.
But you still got to.
Which is better than they were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But if you could get them up to say 90% efficiency, 95, great.
Think about that. Is they're more vulnerable to hail?
Well, yeah, but you can put tempered glass around the damn things too.
Yeah.
They have ones that are built for being outside. So.
Oh, look at that! Something moving down the road here.
Yeah.
Not sure what it is exactly.
Dark. Something. And I don't mind the green stuff up to a point. Yes, okay, power per watt, yes, it's not going to be, but in the process of, building the wind or solar things I'm not saying take over the countryside with these things, because that would just be terrible, but, you could build them into the sides of these buildings, and they don't look too bad. If every one of these buildings had, 3 or 4 of these, not necessarily this big spinny wheel things, but they have different models for doing things that look better and more discreet. You can build them, if each one of these places just had them running their LED lights, it would be something. Wind power, because you could run it all. If you had solar panels up on the roof or whatever, you could offset some power.
You're still going to have some sort of...
Well, obviously you're going to have to have something for heat, yes. But
no, I'm saying...
Storage, yes. Batteries, batteries are... Heck, even if each one of these places just had 1 or 2 of those bigger wind things with solar and stuff, and it was tied into the grid. If each one of these businesses had 1 or 2 of these suckers, of all these businesses that we see out here, and they were tied into the grid, backpedaling power into the grid, you would offset the power usage in the grid pretty good if each one of these places had 1 or 2 of these wind thingies. Now, if you can use it to spin the meter back a little bit,
if you just took that much off, you weren't wrong.
Well, yeah, but that's one little less power you're drawing off the grid.
Like when we got rid of the cathode ray key and computer screens, that was a big drop.
Yeah.
Most of us have switched to LED lights.
Yep.
And fluorescent, and that cuts down some more. So there's a lot of things
they're making.
done.
I mean, they're making changes. Do I say radical changes? No, but you do it slowly over time.
Over time, but when they say we're going to do it now, we're nuts, man.
We just don't have it. We can't do it. Radical changes like that. That never worked well in history, making radical changes. didn't work out real well. We had nuclear power first introduced.
They would have went to the ones that are safe. I can't remember what the low power was.
Yeah, but back then when they first started, they didn't know what was safe.
Well, that's right.
If they would have done more research.
Yeah, well, the research they did was scary enough.
Well, I know, but if they had done more research before they put it out in the entire world, and they going, well, this is what's safe, or whatever, you know.
I remember as a kid, they were building San Onofre atomic power plant, and Sam Clemente was already on it.
Yeah.
I remember building at San Onofre. My mom said, "You should get a job there." I'm like, Well, they're decommissioning San Onofre now. Of course, that was how long ago? 50 years ago.
Well, it's just not just that. It could be anything.
But they had a tour of it when the guy was going through, explaining how they were going through different zones within the plant, and what you had to do, and how you had to go through detectors, and all the rest of it.
But I mean, if we're going to radically change in going to solar and wind, is first off, the amount of windmills they're going to have to build.
Well, it's not the fact.
It's going to be all. I mean, you can pretty much forget seeing anything in any good part of the countryside looking like, ooh, it's the country and there's stuff. You can actually have a view. No, it's going to be all windmills.
But the trouble is, it's not like you build this thing and it's good for 30 years. You back in there, replace rotors.
And you got to have government subsidies to even afford the darn things.
Otherwise, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, then that tells me something.
Well, yes, you know, they've had some windmill fires. Yes, these things are not the easiest things to construct either.
Or maintain.
Well, that's
Or get rid of.
Especially in our supply chain that we have right now, getting anything.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff, the materials for all this stuff is coming overseas.
Yeah.
So even if they're coming from like allied countries, it's still a huge amount of money to instantly transfer all the power stuff to this. I mean, if you're doing it slowly over time, sure, okay, fine.
But that's not what they want to do.
They want to just instantly change us over.
Yeah,
it's like, no, can't do that. I do though that they are making substantial, at least the companies that are making the solar generators and stuff, they are rapidly upgrading stuff.
Yeah.
Making stuff more like the ones we have, like the lithium iron phosphate. You can discharge that sucker 3,500 times before you lose the top 20%. That thing means you would discharge it and recharge it dead to full each time for 10 years before you lose the top 20%, which then you still got 80% capacity. This thing might last 20-25 years.
We don't know,
you know, if you maintain them right and everything else. I mean, that's just great on its own. I mean, think about, you know, yeah.
We'll see.
We all need backups for stuff, so.
Yes.
We have backups in case something goes wrong. You know, we didn't have any backups till I bought that generator. In terms of power. And it was only because I got scared because I had watched my friends in Texas had that ice storm happen to them. Yeah. And a lot of them had nothing. I was like, how do you guys live in like the area that gets hit by hurricanes and you don't even have generators? Lots, I think. Lots and lots and lots, I think.
Yes, so I built this here.
Yeah. I don't think we'll get anything till tomorrow morning, so. I don't think we'll get any snow till tomorrow morning.
Well, probably gonna have to go to the lab today because I can't fool around on Friday.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna turn this heat up. roads. Like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, again, the big cities are.
But well, the hanging shed.
Oh well, that's been that was.
They fixed it since then.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I think our stuff goes pretty good.
Yeah.
They use real paper. Makes sense.
Yeah. It ran out yet.
Well, you didn't really miss much on the boat. In fact, what you wanted.
Yeah. Everything I wanted passed. So. Some of the long lines.
Yeah, I was surprised, and you know, every time we drove by the county building,
oh man, I gotta do mail-in next time. There's no way I can.
Well, that's fine. There's a good argument for that.
Well, they said they had all the mail-in votes counted by 3 o'clock yesterday.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's cool.
Well, that's because they had them all already
ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Unlike these clowns who are trying to sneak them in at 3 o'clock in the morning, print some more.
Or the electronic machines that are not working.
Yeah.
Well, there was a whole bunch of rumors yesterday. It's like electronic machines didn't work.
Arizona, yeah.
The military absentee ballots that showed up for the military with the circles already circled in for them.
Yeah.
Some of them, as one guy says, he got leave and he came home. And he went to the polling station and they looked up his stuff and they said, your absentee had already been mailed in. And he says, I never filled out one. Well, in our system, it shows you did. I'm like,
so you can't vote.
You can't vote. And he's like, I didn't vote.
Yeah.
Well, according to the computer, you did.
Well, somebody needs to investigate it.
Yeah. No, legitly, I don't know. Could he voted and still came home, whatever. I don't know. They said they had some. I guess I don't know if it's true, but they had some rumors where the military they showed up on the base to vote, and the things were already filled out for them on the ballots. I'm like,
somebody needs to go to jail for that. Figure out who's the problem and fix it.
I have no idea if that's true, but that's just one of the things I heard yesterday. Yeah, no, all types of just joyous. Could have been a mistake. Could have been, something that was. Could have been a sample ballot. Who knows?
Usually sample ballots are.
Say sample on them. Yeah.
They're not.
Say not valid.
They're not filled in.
Yeah. I don't know. It was interesting.
Sounds wondering too. Starting to resemble a big city.
Not really. No. Maybe when the hospital gets built. And we see much more traffic, maybe.
On our side of town, yeah. It's a good thing they built the road.
I'm sure anybody who was over by the fairgrounds during the fair thinks it's a big city. Then. And it is for about a week and a half. 2 weeks, that's probably, Well, I have it on the most angled they'll do.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm cold here.
Yeah.
First part of that's my drive. These shoes are bent. This is really bad. I'm gonna have to go out and pay a couple of bills. A couple of things. Sign out of the way, snowboard.
Yep. Yep.
Well, I'm glad we have the battery system so we can last quite a long time just on those.
Yep.
And if we just turn on a couple of our LED lights, we're good for hours and hours and hours. And if you turn on the stove.
I just saw it on there last night. I was like, oh, well, these are the ones.
Yeah, I got the same thing, but they're 3 hours instead of 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good thing. Each of our lamps that we have down that says lamp has one of them in it.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't work for some other situations.
Yeah.
It could, but then you're going to be, it creates some other issues.
Yeah, those ones there on the fridges, they'll provide a good amount of
And
power.
we've got a bunch of AA batteries in a battery pack thing that Mom bought, which was smart. I'm going to have to go to Menards today too. All the batteries have been replaced. The outside stuff with new lithium batteries. Lithiums, I wonder if they wouldn't have made it another year.
Maybe.
I'm leery of leaving them out over there. And what I do is put them on. I put black marker on them after I pull them out of the other ones. That way I know they're used.
Yeah.
I just use them and whatever.
Yeah.
Boy, they're expensive.
Yeah. Maybe a good test this winter. I just don't know how good that weather station does.
I think it'll do pretty good. So far, we have no complaints.
No, not too much though.
But we've been running those solar lights for a year or two.
Yeah.
And they've been functioning just fine.
Yeah.
And you can take it apart and put in a replacement battery for it.
Yep.
So far, it's been fine.
Yep.
Stay nice and charged. Ready to go.
So we got their sign fixed. So we got their sign fixed.
Did they?
No, it's still the same price.